Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Yesterday, I think the market was a little bit concerned about a lower trade, kind of following through, especially in the beans from Friday's close. Overnight, though, prices actually were higher, led by beans. I think there's a little bit of buying in the marketplace because of the wet conditions across the U.S. There was much more rain than people had anticipated from eastern Nebraska across most of Iowa into west central Illinois. The rains will continue to be around the Midwest over the next 3 to 4 days, and it's going to slow the completion of planting progress in the corn and keep soybean planting pace here in the United States record slow. A few agronomists are talking about the last 15–20% of the corn crop, and maybe the last 40% of the bean crop may not be planted until June, which reduces potentially some of the yield potential. Technically speaking, on Friday we had a sell signal in the new crop November beans. We'll see if there's any follow through technically in that marketplace. Also this morning we've got D's corn rallying up to some key resistance levels, and the funds are short D's corn, have been short for a while since the USDA talked about big carryouts next year, both in U.S. and globally. So we'll see if there's any more short covering there because of the weather. Economically, everything's higher on the outside markets. Crude, copper, stock market should open higher. We'll see if that has any effect on commodity prices, especially in the grain markets. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. On the export side, we expect that inspections to be on the low side. Over the weekend, there was an Iraq wheat tender in which prices out of Australia and also out of Russia were much cheaper than U.S. export prices. And in the corn market, we continue to see new crop corn prices out of the Ukraine and Brazil cheaper than U.S. So it's hard to get too excited about a too wet forecast rally when demand is slow and prices are discounted outside U.S. export countries. So we're looking for kind of a higher opening. We'll see how far it goes. In 8 days, the index funds will be rolling their long positions out of the July forward, and we'll see if that has any impact on the spreads. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.